The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Chapter 1. On May 3, 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann disappeared from her family's apartment in Praia da Luz, Portugal. Her parents, Gerry and Kate McCann, had been dining with friends at the Ocean Club Complex's Tapas restaurant, around 50 meters away. The case quickly gained worldwide attention and is the most covered missing persons case in history. Detective Gonçalo Amaral's book, The Truth of the Lie, questioned the McCanns' involvement, whilst Kate McCann's memoir, Madeleine, sought to defend their innocence and keep the search for their daughter alive. Part 1. The Tapas 7 and Conflicting Stories. The McCanns were dining with a group of friends, who later became known as the Tapas 7, whilst their children were sleeping in their apartments, on the night Madeleine disappeared. The group's accounts of the evening would later become a critical part of the investigation. One of the key points of contention was the timing and the frequency of the checks made on the children. Jane Tanner, one of the Tapas 7, reported seeing a man carrying a child away from the McCanns' apartment around 9:15 p.m. Tanner's account became crucial, as it was the only reported sighting of a person near the apartment that night. However, the stories of the Tapas 7 began to conflict. Some claimed to have checked on the children more often than others, and discrepancies in their timelines raised suspicions. These inconsistencies led some to wonder whether the group was telling the truth, or if they were covering something up. The conflicting accounts became a source of controversy, particularly as the investigation focused on whether any of the adults knew more about Madeleine's disappearance than they let on. Part 2. The Smith Family and the Man with a Child. The Smith family, holidaying in Praia da Luz, reported seeing a man carrying a child in a way that mirrored how Gerry McCann often carried his own twin children. The man, seen near the Ocean Club apartments around 10 p.m., was described as walking in a hurried manner, with the child's head resting on his shoulder. The Smiths did not recognize the man at the time, but later believed the child resembled Madeleine. This sighting fueled further speculation, particularly as it occurred around the same time Madeleine was believed to have been taken. Some speculated that the man was possibly involved in the abduction, while others suggested that he might have been someone entirely unrelated. The Smith family sighting is significant because it was an independent account that seemed to contradict the version of events provided by the Tapas 7. While Jane Tanner's account of seeing a man carrying a child earlier in the evening was key, the Smith family's statement seemed to confirm that someone was seen leaving the area around the time of Madeleine's disappearance. Part 3. Rumors of sedation at Calpaw. As the investigation unfolded, rumors about the McCanns' behavior that night circulated, particularly regarding the twins' sleep. Some speculated that the McCanns had sedated the children with Calpaw, a common over-the-counter medication. Critics pointed to the fact that the twins slept through the search as evidence of sedation, though Kate McCann explained that it was simply part of their bedtime routine. Kate's father, Brian Healy, was seen to be in conversation with the media around the time where he stated, Kate would give her Calpaw to help her sleep. Despite the McCanns' denial, the rumor persisted and added to the suspicion surrounding the couple, particularly when linked with other elements of the investigation. Part 4. The Madeleine Fund. Donations, Transparency, and Controversy. The McCanns established the Madeleine McCann Fund to raise money for the search and legal fees. While millions were donated, the fund's structure as a limited company rather than a registered charity raised questions about transparency and accountability. The lack of clear financial oversight sparked controversy, with critics questioning whether the funds were being used appropriately. The McCanns defended their handling of the donations, but the controversy remained a point of contention, particularly when large sums were seemingly being used to defend the McCanns' reputation and silence media and online critics.